They got me. They got me. They know. I've been identified. It's over. It was really nice seeing you. Thank you so much. This is it. This is it. Exposed. No, but let me tell you. Do you know, guys? I think I told you, but I don't know if you guys were here. I don't know if you know this, but when I made a video on how the pyramids were made, if you heard this one, you're probably laughing already. But if you haven't heard this one before, this is absolutely hilarious. I made a video on how the pyramids in Egypt were built. And it wasn't a video about like ancient astronauts or anything. I was just talking about like, ideas on whether or not how many slaves were involved and all of that kind of stuff. You know what YouTube did? They slapped a reptilian. I'm going to show you. But they put the reptilian note from Wikipedia on my video. So I'm going to prove it because I always prove what I say because people always say I lie. Okay, well, look at this. Metatron pyramids. I'm going to show you right now. There you go. So, my dear friends in chat, here's what happened. So, you'll have to tell me. Okay, so I made this video. How were the pyramids built? And we're talking workers, slaves. That's all it is. This is not what this video is. Okay, I click it. This is the Metatron. Boom, reptilian humanoid. So. So there is only two possible interpretations here if we approach this logically. Either YouTube is telling me the pyramids were made by reptilians, because I didn't mention a single reptilian in this entire video, I can tell you that much. Not even once. I was just talking about there are these papyri and these scrolls, and they talk about the number of workers and how many would have been slaves, indentured servants, and nothing. It wasn't a video. That's all this video is. You can watch the whole 20 minutes and 24 seconds. I do not say the word reptilian nor alien once. Yet, reptilian humanoid is what YouTube slaps on my video. So, as I was saying, World Taekwondo Federation, absolutely. So, there are only two interpretations. Either they're telling us that, no, it was the reptilians all along, or they're saying, I'm the reptilian. Like they could recognize my skin suit through AI. I don't know which one is it, guys. Which one is it?
Which one is it? Reptilian.
Which one is it? I don't know, but my reptilian humanoid, and it stayed. I posted this 6 months ago. They're not taking it out. I'm a reptilian, ladies and gentlemen, confirmed at this point. Amazing, guys. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, E. Taylor, for supporting the reptilians. Or maybe they know something and we don't. Maybe. What happens if I search for reptilian on X? You never know. I want to see if, let's see if Elon Musk is a fellow reptilian. Okay, we got some reptilian shapeshifters here. Let's see. Wait, I think you're getting confused. These two look more like a Khajiit from Skyrim than they do reptilians to me, but then again, what do I know? I'm just one of them. Yeah, look at that. Look at the pattern. I mean, some politicians, to be honest. Yeah, I'm glad TikTok is here to protect us from the reptilians. What about this? So AI, what is it saying? One of the reasons the large cathedral bells were removed is that the frequencies they emitted interfered with the vibrational patterns of frequencies that reptilian shapeshifters relied upon to disguise themselves as humans. Oh, wow. Hell yes. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. So you have basically just proven with this that so no Christian is a reptilian then, because we all go to church. So is it the edgy atheists on Reddit? Maybe. Max is a shapeshifter reptilian. Make me change my mind. Let's see. I'm covering the reptilian. That's disrespectful to our overlords. Let's go. All right, let's see. Well, the shoulders. Yeah. To be fair, this face, I don't know who he is. But look at the square shape. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I can see it. I mean, maybe they do have a point. Maybe. Ooh, is she a reptilian? She's not wrong about anything. When a highlight intelligent human sees a okay, when a reptilian mind consumes and destroys everything, it's a pattern to detect a non-human. The 1% psychopaths are reptilian. Is she one of the black reptilians though? Oh my god. Elon is a reptilian. That's a frogtilian, my friend. Why is it yellow? Okay, did she actually speak about? No, come on.
I'm telling you, I don't even think these people are human. Like I look at Elon Musk and Sam
Right.
Altman and Peter Thiel, and I'm pretty sure they're hybrid. You know what I mean? Like they just look like an Apple software that I should be able to download at night, you know? Like when my phone's getting an update or something. It's something in the eyes. Like I don't know. I'm like, I know I'm human, but I don't know if I stabbed you if you bleed, you know? I'm not gonna stab them, but I don't know if they bleed all the way. I think a battery would fall out. You
That's Zuckerberg.
know what I mean? And I just get that sense. I've always known it was demonic. And people just get on board because, as we talked about in this book, they are using science and this idea of technology and this idea of transforming society for the better to indoctrinate us into accepting this.
Well, some technologies. I think on this video I was going to debate. I was going to react to Candace Owens, I guess. But I mean, technology is a tool, and just like any, it's not neither inherently good nor inherently evil. It's just like the knife you have in your kitchen. You can use it to cut up and prepare dinner for your children, or you can use it to cut up and prepare the neighbor for the grave. And so the tool is neutral, and I think that's the same with technology. It can enrich our lives, and when it does, it's a fantastic thing. But on the other hand, I mean, you and I are using technology right now, and this technology was created by scientists, and these scientists oftentimes are people that will push beyond the boundaries of what is currently possible for the human species and reaching a new level. And I think that that's fantastic. But of course, there are situations with technology, for instance, the IDs is crazy, insane thing that is happening in the UK. That's one of those cases where technology is not being used right, it's being misused as a form of population control. To be honest, when it comes to Elon Musk, apart from the fact that he did one very based thing, which was to retweet one of my posts, appreciate that. But in general, his work for neuroscience and Neuralink, for instance, or his work when it comes to space exploration or this idea of trying to colonize Mars, I think all of that is fantastic. Now, he is a multi-billionaire, and so it's a little difficult for normal people to find a connection to the billionaire class, to be honest, already with the millionaire class. But in general, the billionaire class is even beyond that. But what I would like to say is that at the end of the day, I'm glad that they do the work they do, as long as they keep it, they don't pull a UK on us.
And it's wrong and it's backwards. And the main component of all of this is psychology. Right? They're able to do it because of psychology, making you think that society has gotten better. Our kids have objectively gotten dumber. We've become fatter. We've become less healthy. We've become less emotionally sound. And yet they are convincing us that this is like humanity's great leap forward. We put a man on the moon, and he just like called them up and was like, "Hey, Prez, what's up? I'm up here. Yeah, it's so cool. It's really great. It's nice. Starry night up here. Okay, I'm gonna text you. I gotta go by in '69." And they get these people. They tell you like he's a genius. They're all right away. He's a genius. So
well, yes, whoever put man on the moon was a genius. So honestly, science is fantastic, incredible. And it's in fact, so I don't know where she's going with this, honestly. I wasn't even expecting to discuss this, but in general, science is wonderful. And I say that as a religious man, as a Christian man, our ability to invent, improve, and discover is a heritage from our Heavenly Father, because in a way, we look like Him, both with the difference that He actually creates while we mostly assemble, but then again, we can create an idea and then manufacture that idea using the intelligence we have inherited from him.
You just accept that Elon Musk is a genius because like all the writers who are obviously indoctrinated into the occult are telling us that this is the next person that we should worship. The establishment of Hollywood, it was all occults. They were all Aleister Crowley proteges who were just raping kids and summoning demons, and demons are real. So at the same time that they're summoning demons, they are making us all believe that faith is not real.
Right. Well, of course, as a Christian, I believe demons are real. But then again, before saying someone is summoning a demon, I would like some proof of that. before I make an accusation. Whether people successfully do it or not, it's beyond the point. If you fold the dollar bill, oh, no way, no way. If you fold the dollar bill, you will see the reptilian. Symbolism will be their downfall. The more you know. Wow, look at this. I mean, it does kind of look like a little bit. I mean, we humans are out. You had to spell it out. Oh, come on. You had to spell. Yeah, no, I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. We've got the reptilian and the dollar. I mean, you could say this is anything, to be honest. This could be considered a Aztec or Aztec mask. It could be, we could see a lot of different things here. And in fact, there is a name for this, and it's called pareidolia. Pareidolia, the perception of apparently significant patterns or recognizable images, especially faces, in random or accidental arrangements of shapes and lines. There could be mysterious stone coffin on Mars, or more likely, it's just the latest example of pareidolia. In fact, Mars, this was a case of pareidolia because the face on Mars was only an effect of low resolution pictures, but once the high-res version was shown, it didn't look like a face anymore. There we go. You can see this is low res. You can kind of see it, and this is the high res. And the reason why pareidolia is a thing, by the way, the reason why we see faces all over the place is because it is advantageous as a species to be able to recognize whether or not there is a, for instance, a face in between the bushes as we are hunting and gathering in the Paleolithic, simply because if our minds are really good at doing that, then even if there is a predator or an enemy that is getting ready to ambush us, well, we see them and we run away. Now, given if we are too optimized as a species to recognize faces, what's going to happen is that you will see a cup of coffee and you will see Jesus in it, but it's not a big deal. And I think the reason, and it does happen in fact, or you see a church and you just can't stop seeing the face when it comes to two eyes, meaning the windows, and the mouth is the opening at the beginning, at the entrance of the facade. And that's okay, because in fact it is once again more advantageous for us as a species to misrecognize, think, is that a face? Then you look, oh no, it's not. Not a big deal. Yeah, you were wrong. So what? It's not like you're going to die. You're still going to reproduce. On the other hand, if you, on the other side, are not good enough at seeing patterns and recognize them as possible faces, then you might look at something, not see it, and then it was a predator, then you die and you don't reproduce. So it's absolutely normal that pareidolia is a thing, but we also have to be aware of the fact that we do have pareidolia, which means that we have to ask ourselves the question, is this an actual reptilian face that is being placed in the dollar banknote or bill, but it's only there for people who actually fold it and kind of know it, right? And logically, I will say probably not. It's just a coincidence. And the reason why I'm saying that is because what would they gain from it? The reptilians. What would they gain from it? Like, intelligently, like, just think about this for a second. I'm a reptilian, and I instructed the governments that are actually my puppets to do this. Make sure that you put this pattern so that if people fold the bill, they will see the reptilian. What does that achieve? The majority of the population of Earth will not notice this, and the only people that will notice it, is the occasional open-eyed, the person that actually knows this, or the people that know it. So for the people that know it, they will take the bill, fold it, and say, aha, reptilians, yeah. Okay? What does and then what? What does that remind them of? That every time you spend money or whatever money you have, it's only because it's being granted to you by the reptilians? I'm sure there are better ways to remind the people that know about the reptilians, right? I mean, even the simple fact that you probably have seen a reptilian, that's enough to be like, I don't need to be reminded. I'm sure there are more effective ways than only when you fold the dollar sign, the dollar bill. And for the people that don't know, they're investigative. They're investigating this and they actually figure it out. What do they figure out? If the reptilians don't want to be known, why are they putting hints around for people to find? It's basically the same concept of when you have programmers and they're programming a world where you play as in an RPG as the player, and then you randomly find these chests where people have, for whatever reason, put treasure in it just for you to find, open, and steal. Like, what's the purpose? Why are these? If you put that money inside that chest to keep it safe, then you achieve the very opposite, because that's what the player finds. In fact, the chests are there for everyone to see. So yeah, I'm gonna say I do not believe that's a reptilian, my friends, but it does look like one. I'll give you that one. You know, I do understand the point of view, but unfortunately, you know, when we describe like the sociopaths, the Assam Pikers, or the Destinies among us, or Hitler and Stalin and whatnot. We tend to describe them as inhumane, and then the things they do, that's, then again, unfortunately, it is very human, and that's the problem with humanity. It is a very human thing to do, for instance, to torture. Animals don't do that, generally speaking. I mean, yeah, they play with the prey sometimes, but the actual desire to inflict pain onto another living being as a form of entertainment, only we do it. So in fact, it is human-like to do these kind of things. So I don't think we need to invent reptilians to describe the psychopaths. We just have to accept that they are part of the human experience, isolate them, possibly, when they break the law and all of that kind of stuff, and it is what it is. Separate them from us.